Peace family, back again to the new video, and today we're going to see and continue to seek the history about the Moors, okay? And as I told you, they lied about the Moorish kingdom, and I'm using Perplexity search engine, guys. So it normally gives you the optimal results and shows you the main information about Moors that is on Google and all these other search engines, you know what I'm saying? And you can see that they are, first off, Muslims, then they are, you know, Arabs looking, these ones. Then you got these ones, they look a little bit darker, but they are all same complexion. Then you got these ones that claim they built the whole Europe, this and that. But did they, people? I want to do some reading with you guys and show you, because you will have to do your own thinking. The search was about who lived in Europe before the Moors, and they are not going to give you the right answer. Did another search was about, okay, it doesn't matter that. Who lived in Europe before the Moors, and they said the term Moors historically referred to Muslim populations of the Maghreb, Al-Andalus, Iberian Peninsula, Sicily, and Malta during the Middle Ages, and the Moors were not a single, distinct, or self-defined people. See that? So the Moors were not what they tell you today, that they were black Africans. That they tell you here that the Moors were not a single, distinct, or self-defined people, but rather a term used by Christian Europeans to designate Muslim populations of the region. The term had no real ethnological value and was applied to Arabs, Berbers, and Muslim Europeans. The Moors invaded and conquered parts of Spain and Portugal in the 8th century, so they claim in this story, establishing a Muslim state known as Al-Andalus, which lasted for nearly 800 years. Do you believe that? They made significant contributions to fields such as mathematics. That's when it start getting complicated, people. When they start claiming all of that, I'm going to read. They made significant contributions to fields such as mathematics, astrology, and medicine, influencing Europe's intellectual development. So, how do you know that? How do you know that? The Moors ruled Spain for 800 years, introducing new scientific techniques and establishing a prosperous cultural and economic center. See that? The Moors were eventually expelled from Spain in 1492. I want you guys to write it down. The term Moor came to mean anyone who was Muslim or had dark skin, and it was also used to describe Europeans of African descent. The Moors' origins can be traced to North Africa, and they were known for the influence on education, agriculture, architecture, food, culture, language, and other sectors in Europe. During their reign, the Moors rule saw changes in different sectors, and they made lasting contributions to Europe's development. The Moors' occupation of Spain began in 711 AD when an African army invaded the Iberian Peninsula. And they ruled Spain for 800 years, people. Can you believe that? Introducing new scientific techniques and establishing a prosperous cultural and economic center. The Moors ruled in Spain saw a flourishing of learning and culture, and they made significant contributions to Europe's intellectual development. The Moors ruled and occupied Lisbon and the rest of the country until well into the 12th century, introducing new knowledge and technologies to Europe, people. So, but they tell you that the Moors were not a people. They were different. They could be black. They came in all shades and colors, and that they were not a defined people. That, like if a dude had, if Spanish people had a mixed baby, they would call him Moor. So, it could be an Arab that in the black African having a baby, and he will be a Moor. So anybody that were like mulatto pictures or in the African mulatto Arab pictures was called Moor. But it was also to do with the religion. They got to be Muslims. That's what connected them. The Religio title, that they were Muslims basically. But it didn't say that they were, that Moors, you see, in this definition, they don't claim that the Moors were black Africans. They were all types. All them, it was a mixed, and they show you that. They all were mixed. You got these people that came, Asiatics or whatever, that mixed with the Africans, and you got these guys. All I'm telling you is that they didn't create the whole Europe as they claim, you know, in their texts, you know. When we ask what was the major civilizations in Europe before the Moors, they're not going to tell you. They tell you it was the Romans. Well, how do you explain that? The Romans were there before and after the Moors. Hmm? It's all compromised history. See that? Let me pass this map. They show you the kingdom of Swedes. Whatever they want, because they put together these maps. Now, so I just wanted to show you here when it's talking about Andalus. That's what it was talking about, Al-Andalus, that the Moors conquered all the way up there. Yeah. And then they receded all the way back. That's their kingdom. All the way from North Africa all the way up to Spain, Portugal. Okay. This was an invasion going on there, right there. But these guys are lying now and telling you that they don't know who was there. They tell you that it was Rome. Let's read about that. Hold on. What were the major civilizations in Europe before the Moors? Before the Moors, Europe was home to several major civilizations. Two of the most notable were the Greek and the Roman civilizations. Greece is often referred to as the cradle of Western civilization. See that? It's all made up. Told you before there were no such thing as these newcomers putting up stuff together. And its contributions to philosophy, democracy, literature, this is all new stuff in standard after the resets. And arts have had a lasting impact on European culture. Okay, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about before they came with all that crap. Who was there? And they're not telling you, they're telling you it was Rome. But Rome is coming with Greeks. And these are new people that came recently. Who was there before that? They're not telling you. The Roman Empire, known for its vast territorial reach and significant advancements in engineering, law, and governance, also played a crucial role in shaping Europe's development. Okay, now we have to stop and think about all the buildings that were already in Europe, yeah, when they came in. Everything already were already there. They had the big buildings that they set up, and they were running the whole thing there. Standard. Yeah. What were we reading? Yeah. Before the Moors, Europe was home to several major civilizations. Two of the most notable were the Greek and the Roman civilizations. Greece is often referred to as the cradle of Western civilization, and its contributions to philosophy, okay, we've been to all that, and know that its vast territorial reach and significant advancements in engineering, law, and governance also played a crucial role shaping Europe's development. These civilizations significantly influenced the social, political, and cultural landscape. I told you it's the new people that came in that influenced all that. And Europe before the arrival of the Moors, no. You see that? They talk about the Moors, and the Moors are hiding a lot of stuff. The Moors are hiding the people that were there before them, and before them they talk about these Greeks and Romans. It's all a BS that the Greeks and Romans created the whole Europe, all the old buildings in there. You know, it's a BS. While the Moors made significant contributions during their rule in Spain and Portugal, the civilization of Greece and Rome were already well established and had left a lasting legacy on the continent. So the problem is they're not telling you that civilization was already well established way before Rome and Greece and all these guys came in. That's what they're not telling you. Because what they did, they just took all the stuff and telling everybody it's theirs, that they built it. They founded it. Well, they didn't build, they found. Yeah, okay, let's read about what were the major achievements of the Roman civilization in Europe. Since they were the ones building all of this stuff, but they can build it today, right? The Roman civilization achieved significant advancements and made lasting contributions in various fields. Some of major achievements of the Roman civilization include engineering, architecture. Romans built engineering marvels such as aqueducts, roads, and structures like the Colosseum and the Pantheon. They perfected the use of arc in architecture, which became a foundational aspect of Western architecture. It's all BS, people. Law and legal system. See that's what they did. Law and legal system. The Romans made important contributions to the development of law and created the first comprehensive legal system. You see that? And you know what the legal system is? Was created on top of the lawful system. It's just a parallel system that they create in parallel, and you get you trapped in a legal system because it's a slave system. Many modern legal terms have their origins in Roman law. As I told you, these are the newcomers. They didn't build these buildings that they show you for nothing. It's all a BS. Language and communication. The Romans developed the Latin language, which had a profound and lasting influence on the development of many modern languages, including English. They also created the Roman alphabet, which is the basis for many modern writing systems. So you see the newcomers with their religio, and they came and they set up the new legal system, and then they set up the um, all the stuff that you see today. They were newcomers that came with all that, but they didn't wield the wieldings. They gave you a new legal system, a new Roman legal system, and then they gave you a new Roman calendar. Don't forget that. And they gave you the banking system, yeah. Military and empire. The Roman Empire was one of the largest, most enduring history, spreading over 3 continents and lasting for centuries. The Roman army, particularly the Roman legion, was a powerful and well-organized force that achieved numerous military uh, victories. It's all a BS. Okay, place has been flooded by the aliens way before they came. When they came, there was nobody there to fight or nothing. This place, most of them, I believe, were abandoned, and they just possessed them and set up their stuff the way they wanted. That's it. It was promised lands. Don't forget that they gave them. The education and cultural education was highly valued by Roman society. Even the poor were taught reading and writing. The Romans also made significant contributions to art, literature, and entertainment, leaving a lasting cultural legacy. So, if the Romans were so good, as they claim, all you got today, you still got people that don't know how to read or write because the system don't allow them or they were left behind. And you're telling me that the Romans created this system. It's craziness. 6. Infrastructure and technology. The Romans developed advanced infrastructure, did they? Including sophisticated system of roads and aqueducts, as well as innovations in construction and engineering. Their achievements in water systems, road buildings, and construction techniques had a lasting impact on the development the of modern infrastructure. People, what a pile of BS! Yeah, all this modern infrastructure, all these new buildings they built, have nothing to do with Roman buildings. Well, because they were not Roman buildings. They were there before the Romans came. The aqueducts were there thousands of years before the Romans came. And they fooled you that they built all that. You know what I'm saying? And they had time to conquer all this empire. And at the same time, being architects, being scientists, being all this stuff at the same time. Can you believe that? Really, it's all a BS. Like, is what you see them doing today? Any of that? No, they're giving you, the worst science ever. Overall, the Roman civilization made significant and diverse achievements that have had a lasting impact on the world. See them taking credit for the ancestors? They did well, none of that. influencing fields such as law, language, engineering, and culture. Yeah, right. They make you think that they built this. Coliseums. These aqueducts. Yeah. You're talking about barbarians like Romans that were, now pretending that everybody could read and write, so they were educated and they could be doing architecture and all that stuff. But today you don't see them doing none of that. They can't do it. Hmm. They claiming all of that. See that? They claim all of that stuff. See that? Romans. See that? How? They didn't have time to be doing all of that. They didn't have the tools to do all of that. Their weapons were primitive and everything. I don't get it. But it's what I'm showing you guys to think about. You know. Well, I could keep on reading about what were the major contributions of the Roman civilizations to architecture or to literature or to science, and we already know. Okay, let's try. What were the major achievements of Roman civilization in science? Okay, let's see that. What do they tell you? More lies and deceit. You know, they start lying and dodging. See that? Assimilation and documentation. The Romans assimilated earlier Greek scientific knowledge. They always will attribute to Greeks and Romans. See that? So now the Romans assimilated earlier Greek scientific knowledge and documented a long tradition of scientific thought, particularly in fields such as architecture, engineering, and medicine. They keenly observed, tested, and refined existing ideas to create the new ones. So that's what they were doing. They were creating new ideas by the old, refining from the old ones. Yeah, copying from the old ones. They didn't create nothing. Don't forget that. Practical application of science. Roman scientists had a practical approach to science, seeking authoritative answers and focusing practical use of scientific knowledge. For example, physics was applied to produce effective torsion catapults, and biology was used to improve agricultural yields. Hmm. A bunch of bullshit people. Yeah. How the hell they knew any science, these Romans, man, with catapults? Are you kidding me? And there were aliens using laser back then, way back. Inventions and technology advancements for Romans made significant advancements in various scientific and technological fields, including the development of concrete arc structures. It's all a lie. Aqueducts, plumbing, machines, sundials, tools, glass blowing, and military technology. Their use of the arc shape allowed for the creation of impressive buildings and homes, and the military benefited from technological improvements to weapons and shields, see that? And armor. astrology, astronomy, and calendar organization. The Romans used astronomy to organize the calendar, and Julius Caesar carried out a calendar reform that introduced the leap year every 4 years. You know, their studies on Roman antiquities, including astronomy, developed by significantly overall in Romans made practical and significant contributions. It's all a BS. That's all we need to know. Okay, they didn't create nothing that was not there when they came. They didn't create none of that. But that's what they don't tell you. Coliseums, all these places. You think they were doing this? Think again. It was there way before the Romans showed up. See that? And they show you all these dead old sites that they themselves cannot even upgrade. They cannot keep it going. It's all in ruins and everything. But they claim it. Oh, they didn't do no columns. They didn't have the technology in the first place to transport these columns or nothing. That's that one. It's just for you guys to think, man, about this religio and how they fooled you. That they were there in Europe. That they tell you Rome was the ones that were there before the Moors came. Can you explain that? Can anybody explain how was Rome in Europe before so-called Moors? Which I told you, Moors is a fabrication. Okay, it's all a fabrication. They fabricate a character. But okay, you can find these people because they talk about Muslims, Arabs, and the invaders that came from Africa, down from Africa. That's all you need to know about Moors. It's nothing to do with Africans or nothing, you know. So they all mixed. So that's all, man. I'm gonna stop this video. Keep the instructions. Love you all. Peace.